Whew, okay, so we're chatting up this orc because, in part because we're trying to figure out how to navigate the issue of the dwarves trying to throw a demonstration without the proper paperwork, but maybe I can fix this somehow. But I don't know how to read the paperwork because I'm not very smart. I am in this strange situation of having passed a difficulty check that made it so that I could get the paperwork, and then I failed an easier difficulty check from the same stat to actually read the paperwork. So I got just really accidentally successful, and now I can't read. Just like in general, apparently. Whoops. Oh, silly me, talking about myself all the time. What about you? I'm not important. Stare off into the distance. I am a literal walking corpse. Necromancy isn't unheard of, but... who am I to judge? Be undead if you want to. About the dwarves. Good luck. Yeah, thanks. Okay, so can't do much there. I think I still can't examine this again. Okay. So speaking with Agent Vera helped, but has not solved the problem. I basically either need to nap or use one of my rare items in order to give it another shot. Which maybe I should just do, because like the chance of failure was so low to begin with. That I shouldn't have failed, honestly. It's just rough. Oh my god! Chance of failure might be a little higher than I anticipated. I scanned the text again, checking for spelling freezing. I see nothing wrong here. Indeed, he did not. You should check it out again later. I did see the very tiny number and somewhat overestimate my own ability to succeed at it. Forgetting the sheer level of negative I get, but still, I had a better than coin flip chance of succeeding, so failing twice is a little wild. You're like, damn, alright. Maybe I just chat around some more. Lives in the shadows of greater men. Is he committed to always being not a full voice? The older dwarf puffs out his chest as you approach. Fancy helmet, cityman. He speaks in a short and quiet manner, as if he's scared of his words actually being heard. The dwarf behind him laughs. Stand up for yourself. Thanks, my mom got it for me. Oh. Don't say something like that, it makes you sound pathetic. It's a lovely helm. She has good taste. You made him feel bad for making fun of it. This is not an evil person. Huh. Interesting. Brutal honesty might actually win conversation sometimes. Good to know. Brute. Vorgeni slang for brother, specifically the dialect grown out of the coastal slang. A mix between gnome tongue and underclass migrant workers in the old Majo colonies. Slang for brother, brute. This seems like an accidental citation, Given that it's not actually what the line said. It's not related comment at all. Unless they're literally talking about brutal, like brotherly honesty is what they mean. And I can't tell. I can't tell what they're going for sure. Stare at the dwarf. He looks around. Stare at the dwarf harder. The dwarf glances at his boss. You here for talking, then? Stare at him while slowly leaning your head to the side. You should. He stutters and points toward the stout dwarf on the stage. Talk to him. Nod and leave. He really is just committed to being a background character, apparently. Former ale barrel. Now it's just a barrel. It's full of money that's mine now. Goodbye. Ooh, it doesn't mark what's new, does it? Is it down here? Phylogenistic agenda. Women. They're everywhere. Your worth as a man is based only on the admiration you get from them. Your goal? Get a date. A real date. Good luck. River Takey. We knew about the weird milk thing, election week. The Circuit Square conflict. Circle Square conflict. An orc and a bunch of dwarves are in a deadlock. The dwarves want to hold a rally and the orc is set to stop them. Owlfoes says that they have a legal right to hold their rally. Do they, though? Is that what they have? I primarily have a little bit of... I think I'm just gonna have to fuck off until I take a nap. Did I have more dialogue with this guy? About this Asgol. What about him? Asgol Ashmask. Asgol Ashmask is a very controversial figure in Dwarven myth, as well as history. If you want to piss off this dwarf, then just pretend to not know who Asgol is. I like him. He seems cool. Like? He's Asgol the Great, the Kind, our liberator. I apologize. He is cool. Yeah. Very. I've got to ask, though, is this a religion? Most certainly not. He scoffs in your general direction. Is it a cult? I don't know who you've been talking to, Mr. Cinnamon, but let me assure you, Asgol was no god, or demigod, or anything related to it. He was a simple man with a dream of a fair and just society. Nothing more. Ouch. Sore spot. He is infuriated, but not because of you, but because he has defended this position many times. A nobleman, huh? Ah, in the old country, yeah. That doesn't matter here. I'm just a foreman of the Tolstead district. Foreman? I've worked my whole life in the movement. I've earned my title. He's terribly defensive. If you wanted to spark something out of him, you could make him angry. You can just accuse him. You bet you're only here because of mommy and daddy. I'm sure you've worked very hard for your position. 17 years, human. It's called dedication. About the rally. What about it? So what's this rally about exactly? He grunts. Guilds. For decades, there's been collective bargaining between Norvikian workers and the city guilds. Say what you want about Earth, but it keeps a tight leash on the upper class of this city. Blessed be his name. Yeah, but look. It ain't the same since his death. The Free Striders have burrowed into every darn power structure from paper boys to bookbinders. In less than a dozen years, salaries have stagnated and prices have gone up. They say Free Striderism would make the city rich. I say it makes people poor. We need change. So you're here to convince a bunch of Tolstead workers to vote for the Asgalith party? More or less, yeah. It's also about the spirit of community. Together we can fight against the purchasers of our labor. Alone, we are as brittle as a twig in the elder dwarf pipes up. A twig in the wind? No, that's not good enough. How about, as brittle as a boar with rabies? That's good. Right? He shakes his head. No, that's nonsensical. Anyway, the rally will be a success. We just need to get rid of that orc. So, we can call out to all workers of this magnificent city, he exclaims, as if there was a crowd around him. Vote! Vote with your guts, with your manhood at stake. You too, Mr. Cityman. Okay, good luck fighting tyrants. Make a decision. I don't know what make a decision means. I think I want to look into the papers first. Okay, good luck fighting tyrants. Thank you, Mr. Cityman. I appreciate it. Alright, have fun. I'm wondering when I should take a nap, if any. Should I keep looking around? The Drunk Sphinx. Oh, there's a blue guy up there. Drunk Sphinx opens at 6 o'clock. What if I went in anyway? Let me in, I want a tavern experience. Uh-huh. Who's up here? Thalassos. Oppressive Landlord? Oh, this guy sucks. Merfolk, level 3 entrepreneur. Oppressive? He is a good landlord. He takes care of his tenants. He makes sure there is a decent amount of service being done. Maintenance, safety checkups. He is nowhere near the worst landlord in Toasted alone. Then why is his title Oppressive Landlord? I don't know what that means in this context. Or is it just the evils of all landlords? A large merman sits by the sea. Merman, a male merfolk, not to be confused with a mermaid. Cleric, he says, without further acknowledging you further. His voice is deep and bubbling. He is shocked. He does not show it, but he is. Greetings, citizen. I am indeed the cleric. You lean a little further into being a cleric. Oop. 5 times 2 experience for saying cleric twice. He does not take his dark blue eyes off of the city horizon. Why are you disturbing me? Just thought you looked interesting. In what way? You seem like the type of man one should get to know. He nods slowly. Correct. The merman looks at you with a pair of deep eyes. Looks around. This all yours? Yes. I don't appreciate the city visiting my property without a heads up. This really seems like a public walkway to me. It's not. But while you're just standing there, keep an eye on that second pole. You want me to fish with you? Yeah, be useful. It says we ain't got time, but maybe it could be useful. Sit down. He nods the second pole. Look at it. You keep your eyes peeled on the tip. They come in waves. When it happens, it's quick. Pull the pole a little. No. Let it be. It's set up as it should. Sitting on the floor like a toddler. Okay. Good. Fishing's about patience, Cleric. You need to breathe. And... he takes a real long breath. Stare at him, silently shaking. It's an ADHD check. And watch. A professional, eh? You work for the River Guilders? He raises a thick eyebrow in your direction. No. So, what do you do then? I operate facilities, apartment complexes mostly. He appears uncomfortable. You're a merman who's a landlord? Or you try not to mention it. Ugh. That's challenging. I'm too weak. Your belly beckons. The comment, it will slip out, no matter what you do. Unless... bite your tongue? You're a merman? Who's a landlord? Let it out. Be free. He takes a deep and heavy breath. A merman landlord. You are not the first to comment on it. Have a laugh. I know, I'm very witty. The merman clenches his jaw, his facial muscles twitching. He grumbles through his teeth. Very funny. He reaches forward and grabs the second pole, grabbing it from you whilst continuing to fish on his own. With a stern nod, he sends you on your way. I failed. I should have bit myself again. Over and over again. Do you have a quest for me? No. Nothing? Nothing at all? I do not have anything like that, no. Not even like a delivery or something? Like a fetch quest? No. No secret temple that needs exploring? Like a merman dungeon? No. What about late rents? You have to have some late rents. I can handle that myself. Come on, you gotta have something. Everyone's got something. The merman says nothing for a few seconds, as if feigning to think. Then he says, no. So nothing, huh? Nothing. He's patient. Very much so. Like a father handling his slightly too old for these types of questions, son. Except... Yes? My tenants have reported a strange light around Pillar Road. With the tea shop, I do not want to take any chances. Take a look for me. A strange light. The merman grumbles something. If it has anything to do with the tea shop, or if it is ghosts, or if it is an esoteric event. It was reported to be spotted in the late hours, sometime around midnight, on the road, down on the field, the Pillar Road. I have no resources to pay, but if you wish to do your duty, make sure my tenants are not disturbed by such nonsense again. Quest accepted. Not a quest. No? Quests require payment. This is, if you do it, entirely pro bono. The merman grumbles again. Like, give me a quest, give me a quest. I'm like, bitch, I'm not paying you. What do you know about the tea shop? It burned up. Yeah, I know that part. The merman stays silent for a while, then he mutters to you. You need to find out what happened. If it is an esoteric error with the fireplace. If it happens to more units in the area, I could be affected. I will personally hold Magistrate Darrow responsible if it does. Oh, it's very funny to be like, I'm sure Darrow cares a lot about your units. Or, I don't think the Magistrate gives a shit. Very strong, different outcomes. I don't think it was just an esoteric error. Find out for sure. Do your job. I've spoken with Mishka on the topic. We both agree. You must figure out what happened. Cleric, make sure it does not happen again. Yes, sir. He grunts. So, what are you voting for in the election? I'm voting for the Free Striders. I have no strong feelings on your choice. However, I must thank you for sharing this deep part of yourself. It makes me feel like you are opening up to me. Oh, why? The merman says nothing for a while. They offer good incentive. An Asgol rent freeze would be difficult for me. The Nationalists have not been helpful in the past. I vote yellow, for now. Now that's great for you. Now for me, I actually don't vote at all. I'm an apolitical person. That means you don't have to dislike me. God, the apolitical comments are so fucking funny. Well, I vote for the Nationalists because they've actually been very helpful for me in the past. I'm like, oh no. I hate the truth in that implication. Jesus. You landlords are so greedy. We need more rent freezes. The people must be allowed to live on a fair wage. He grumbles. 15 experience for being such a spammer about being green. You become even more of an Asgolist. Right. He did not ask. You wouldn't happen to know anyone in the fishing guild, would you? He glares at you. No. It's just, I was fished up from the river by them and brought to the Lich House, so I just wanted to check up on that whole business. They did not bring you to Vishkin. I did. What? He stops looking at you. Wait, really? He says nothing. Oh. He nods. So you fished me up? Yes. You were dead. Dead? Yes. So I brought you to the morgue, as one should. Then you come here, alive. But that is your business. But I don't understand. I have nothing more to say about that. You should deal with it yourself. Yeah, he should. This means there was a resurrection. Now you need to learn why. There's no skill check for that one, you just have to learn it. I'm surprised they didn't just make it too easy to fail or something, because you have to have a 6, I think. I guess you can get below 6 with, with stat reductions. You were risen for a purpose. You are a walking dead. I have all four omnibuses of that. It's a long comic, but not. I guess there are longer comics. Maybe one day I'll actually get a video out of that at some point. All my Walking Dead opinions. Damn. Well, that's intriguing. It's a conundrum. The merman focuses on his fishing. I have some personal questions for you. No. False. You do have questions. No, I do, really. He projects a forceful grunt. No personal questions. Okay, fine. Then you're not allowed to ask me any personal questions either. Talia. He sounds tired and sarcastic. Well, that's all for now. Thank you, citizen. He saved my life. Or at least he found me. I was dead. So I don't know how advanced. I don't know if he like it would have been harder to save me later or anything along those lines. I don't know how necromancy works. Oh, there's a little guy at a kiosk down there. A lot of directions I could potentially explore in. Nope. A sack full of cement? Something else in it too. Yeah, money. Charred. Genuinely tempted to keep trying to look at the document. It feels wasteful, but also like, man, gotta make progress. An entity. Highly uninteresting. Apple. So many apples. You can't look at this mural thingy. Carving. It's the drawing that's down there. Look at that a little bit later. Oh, some weird details around. A tucked away bird's nest. Ascani gulls, perhaps? Engage. You see a bird's nest nestled on the edge of the protruding stone tile. Got some eggs in it, and you spot something shiny below as well. It appears unguarded. Just... don't climb out there, man. Like, you'll die for sure. I'd really like to climb out there and give it a shot. No. I can't save. Come on, just a little thrill. Push it despite your grunting stomach. No, you will die. I fell into the river once, why not twice? Your gut twists at the thought of tumbling down those red rocks. Stop this. You have nothing to gain. Yeah, not worth. Not at all. Yeah. Let's not. This will let you live. Actively like, don't you fucking dare, don't you fucking dare. What's that up there? Where do I go when I click on this? What? 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 Oh, the top. Interesting. Oh, no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Don't slip. I went past all of the actual prompts. This walkway does not follow the Safety Council standards of 22. This takes gut. Thankfully, I can auto-navigate with the power of clicking. There's an esoteric effect in place here, stopping rainwater. I want to see if I can do the previous interaction again about vibing this guy since I've used a crystal. Does it affect multiple locked decisions or not? Oh, I can try this one too. Still impossible though.
Oh!
You glare at the pale man who keeps working on his documents for approximately 2 minutes. Eventually you feel stuck in your thoughts. I don't mean to imply I know more than an honorable Earthguard member, my good cleric. However, you must certainly have more important things to do on a day like this. He's correct. Maybe you can get back to this later. Some dice checks are locked on failure and can be attempted again later. These checks are unlocked on long or short rest or by spending shards of drawer. I think I might have actually not tried that before. Whoops. I was dead when I was brought here. Yes. Oh. I apologize for not telling you the truth earlier. I was advised not to. He puts down his pen and looks you dead in the eyes. When you arrived here, you were deceased, sometime in the night, from drowning. Right. Approximately 3 hours before arrival, I immediately began the formal procedure. Until I received word from Lady Sageleaf, along with payment. He nods. She wanted you alive. The lady had been notified of your arrival here. As such, I prepared a resurrection. You rezzed me? I rezzed you, yes. A simple revivify. Any old peasant could cast it. Revivify? No, cleric. You were dead for several hours when you arrived here. A revivify would not have worked. However, I suggest you speak with Lady Sageleaf about this. If you require answers, I am simply a middleman in this. What spell did you use to revive me? He is quiet for several seconds. Considering if he should share this knowledge. Raise dead. With changes. It is not the original spell, as I'm sure you understand. My spell requires a higher cost, while lowering the spell's complexity in return. A higher cost? Like a blood cost? No, cleric. The new cost is doubled, 1,000 crowns. Which is not too bad. My life is worth much more than that, yes. The pale man stares at you. Is this why I lost my ability to cast higher level spells? Potentially. Whatever issues your body and soul appeared to have had with my spell, it was not permanent. My soul and body? It's more common than you might think. I felt really weird when I spoke up, like, when I woke up, like, different. Is that your dark magic also? That can happen, yes. As it can with any resurrection magic, when a soul is given sufficient time spent away from its body. So my soul is ruined? No. His cold voice shows no interest in your personal business. At least you are still highly intelligent. That is all that matters. Right, I'll go speak with Lady Sageleaf. Good idea. You failed at figuring them out, which makes it slightly easier. Not much easier, though. Thank you, bye. I learned anything about this guy? Wiggling his little clawed feet, the kobold follows your every move with his cold, unflinching yellow eyes. Nope, can pretty much just ask about the crossbow again. Did I try to do a thing with the zombie before? Was there a skill check here that I can try again? My primary thing here is attack the zombie. There's definitely stuff around there, including an entire other side of the building. I'll probably attack him at some point if I can't find a way in, but otherwise I feel like I want to try to see if I can maybe find like something along the lines of like turn undead to make him go away. Or any kind of trick. I kind of just default to not doing a violence if I don't have to. To see what other options might come up from that. But IDK TBH. Okay, let's take off the -3 intelligence. This once. Just see if I can get past this. Come on. 20! A nat 20 after all this bullshit. God, it's such a comically dramatic die. You scan the text again, checking for spelling, phrasing, and terminology. It is perfect. Not a single error. Except the date. It says their rally is supposed to be held on the 16th. The document's perfectly legal, but it's expired. Look at the dates. Yeah, it's expired. Took me 2 retries to notice that the document has the wrong date written on it. Good job, me. I checked out the papers. He takes a deep breath. Okay. What did you find out, Cityman? Yeah, these papers expired like last week. He takes the papers and shakes his head. With a groan, he mutters, I know, but the date is just a mistake, you see. I personally had this signed by the magistrate 2 days ago, after the supposed expiry date. They must have done it on purpose. Exactly, that's what I've been saying, Alphaz. I hate the government so much. Yes, fuck those burger fucks. Ah. The dwarf shouts out onto the amphitheater. It doesn't matter. Whether Darrow fucked us or not, we're here, and they can't make us leave. He gives you a menacing glare. And I hope for your sake, you're not the sorry lad she's hired to do the deed. I'm just here to observe. He spits on the ground. Fanskap. A Dwarven word meaning something along the lines of devilry. Common curse word. That is a swear word. You could tell because of the way he said it. And also the part where you know what it means already. I spoke with Agent Vera. Really now? And what did the brute say? Careful now. The situation's on a blade's edge. You could either taunt him to see if you can get him to act out, or you could try to reason with him. Or simply tell them to leave. The dwarf is pulsating with a surge of masculinity. Oh, I love pulsing masculinity. This must be the start of a fight, if you're lucky. This dwarf respects force. Stand up to him. If you don't leave before sundown, you'll be fined and arrested. Oh yeah? Well, you'll do the honors then, Mr. Cleric Cityman. You hear chuckles from among the dwarves. They find you ridiculous in your old school armor. Water. No, but she'll get someone to do the job. Someone, huh? Some grunt with a paycheck, I bet. Bah. And you probably get a massive fine. Or jail. The other dwarves start grumbling among themselves. You sense a falter in Alphonse's expression. The dwarf can be negotiated with now. But it helps if he sees you as an ally. Hey, he says, leaning in. What do you expect me to do, huh? These boys are counting on me. He's standing here for pride and nothing more. It is only good for the cause and for his men if they leave at this point. You must show him the truth. As terrible as it is, leaving is the best option for these poor activists. Show him why it's in his best interest to leave. I'm good at this, come on. You searched for the possible things you could say to narrow it down. The dwarf is clearly in a sensitive situation. He needs to appear a strong leader, one standing against tyranny. You must show that you are on his side in this battle against oppression. The cause will be better off with you as a free man. You see thoughts starting to swirl behind the dwarf's dark eyes. He turns to his companions and raises a hand. Boys, we're leaving. Disgruntled as they are, none of them complain too much as they pack up their tools and grab their green banner. Before setting off, Alphonse gives you a stern look. You're a strange lad, but I see you're nothing like her. If you want to do some real good on Tolstead, then join us. Find us down on the crossing. He nods and walks away with his band of unhappy dwarves. This dwarf is an extraordinary man, albeit prideful in his ways. Finally got rid of him. Phew! Let's go talk with the orc again. I did it. A peaceful resolution, at least. One way or the other. Just had this light follow me around the whole time in the middle of the day. It is a little goofy. It's neat being able to have that, though. Alright, well, I wanted to have them succeed, but I don't know if it's possible. And, I looked around a bunch, and that's what ended up being available to me, at least. I guess... I don't know. It's what I found with my level of competency.